Yo, what's up? What is your boy AJ Chaka, and you checking in with Metro Vibes.
So what keeps you going in like the music industry? Like what makes you want to keep rapping and doing your thing?
The journey. You know, I've been that young dude in the scene where like I was that dude who's going to the shows like at 17 when I wasn't supposed to be, and like working behind the scenes on the stage, you feel me? And like just kind of observing how everything goes, and like it was a journey, like meeting the people in the game, meeting the successful people, and then like just giving me knowledge over time. I take everything in. I'm like a sponge, you feel me? So I take everything in, and whatever don't need to be, kept, I push that out. But I kind of take everything in. That's really one of my motivating factors. Just I think the most gratifying feeling. Like a lot of artists like they into being underground.
Right.
Like I'm like, yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I feel like me personally, like I think it would be more gratifying to be big and like take care of your family at that level. You know what I'm saying? Like I always felt like having like a going gold or platinum. Like that's the goal for me. I don't know about other people. They comfortable in their position. I'm like, look, I always dream big. You feel me?
Never get stagnant. That's the main thing. I always want to keep going for the goal.
Always.
Sure. So as far as like your music project, do you have anything that you've been working on, or like past projects that you feel like is going to keep you going forward?
Yeah, the one I had put out back in November, GT2, which is pretty much the sequel to the Growth Tape, which is a project I did in 2018. But GT2, you know what I'm saying, that was like probably, just prepping it. I did like 4 videos for that project, and just, I kind of extended the rollout starting from January of 2020, and I put it out in November. So I had just kind of content going for the whole year through the pandemic, and was, really thinking on how I'm going to do my thing. But just seeing that project get the success and the love it's been getting, like, that's probably my highest, not just stream, like purchase, most notarized project, you know what I mean? So that one's kind of been like boosting me, and I've been kind of coasting off of that since the last time. So now I'm really working on my next album. It's called Trill As It Gets, right?
Okay.
And this one's like, it's executive produced by multi-platinum award-winning Marcus Boyd Beats. So he's a big homie. Like, he's seen me working for years, like going to South by Southwest, trying to do everything. Like I said, I was behind the scenes dude for a minute, and kind of connecting with all the people. And that's just one of the guys, like, I started young.
Yeah.
So he's seen me grow up and evolve my whole skill set, and we had a call, where we was on the phones, like, yeah, it's time.
It's time to do it.
You know what I mean? Because I finally stepped into that life. So I feel like, even though GT2 is probably like my most popular project right now, to me, it's all amateur.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the same person. All that music from GT2 is old. So by the time it came in November, it was already old.
Yeah.
But so I'm already coasting off of something. Like, my skill set is way above that.
Right.
So I feel like Trill As It Gets is really going to reflect like who I am. Like, best way to sum it up, I would say it's my first grown man project.
Oh, okay.
Where I'm finally telling the story. I had a few who told me like, yo, the defining moment that's gonna take you to the next level is when you start telling stories.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing on there. Cause I'm the type of dude, like, I always been never really like talking about what I go through. You feel me?
And the audience always want to hear like the story behind
Absolutely.
the artist. Like, who are you? Like, what do we know? What can we know about you? So yeah, that's definitely dope for sure.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, who inspires you? Is there somebody that like you look up to as far as their music, or have always looked up to, no matter if it's from the present or the past?
All the greats.
Yeah. So who do you consider your greats?
Here's the thing. I had to cut the list short, because I mean, like, there's a lot of greats. I'm talking about over the past 40 years of music.
Yeah.
I could go back, pull out old names from the 60s, 70s, but I say right now, I would be like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Just me being from California, I felt like he's told my life story multiple times in different ways.
For sure.
And that's something that's always really spoke to me, because like, he's a guy, I seen him go from being an underground artist to going to the level he's at now with Drake. And I'm like, man, that's motivation. That's all the motivation I need. But then I'd probably say someone like, Nas, and I like Anderson .Paak, still that West Coast Snoop. I like The Game.
And the thing about Anderson .Paak, I've been listening to him for a minute, but even when he did the song with Bruno Mars, like, bro, that's a different type of vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you gotta be a vibe curator, you gotta be a vibe for sure. So yeah, your list is definitely a vibe type list.
Yeah. That's what I be in, because like I said, like I view music a little different. Like I've heard all the genres, so I really enjoy like the instrumentation, the vibe, behind it. Like when the song cohesive and then like it give you a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like especially when you're not expecting to get a certain feeling out of a song, and then by the time you get to the end, it's like whoa.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I try to implement my music as.
So I know you, with you being an artist, I know you had to perform in front of people and things like that. So what is one performance that felt like was that moment for you? Like, this is it?
Yeah, I'd probably say it's probably like two of them. But, the first one would probably be the first show I ever did at Murphy's Mansion.
Okay.
I had opened up for Big Tuck, unknown. I didn't even know, like, because at the time I didn't really like understand the level of like Big Tuck's credibility. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just young. You know what I'm saying? Performing, I just want to get on the stage, man. Yeah. But that show, like, I remember visualizing like the whole week, thinking like, man, I want to get the crowd lit. Yeah. Like how I see everybody I look up to, they get the crowd lit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I need to do the same. Yeah. That's just how I thought, like how we supposed to do it. So getting the crowd lit on that show, how I envisioned and them reacting, that was like, man, it gave me a feeling like, somebody playing football get a touchdown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just hit me. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I got to keep doing this.
For sure. Yeah, man, that's what's up. So is there anybody that you would want to work with in the future, or you have worked with?
Anybody that I want to work with? I like the guys that I'm working with now. Yeah. I think for me, like going forward, I like to work with artists from different countries. Okay. I think that's something I like to work with artists from different countries. Bro.
It has to be the way.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then probably like, when we get to the bigger name acts, I wanna work with them when it makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't, I'm not a guy that's, trying to force things, it's like unnatural. I'm like, everything has to be natural, because once they feel the vibe and they feel the energy of who I am, that's the selling factor.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So, but if I would say like, Anderson .Paak, I think, I've always wanted to work with him. I like Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs.
I've been watching Freddie Gibbs for over 10 years, you know what I'm saying? So, dudes like him, Anderson .Paak, yeah.
So what do you say to an artist that's trying to come up or trying to get going and things like that? How would you inspire them?
Man, I say it like this, man. Really, there aren't any shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put in the work. My journey, the accumulation of my journey has just been like continuously putting in work, networking, trying to be innovative in my own process over time. You know what I'm saying? Like, take the time to learn something. Yeah. Like, learn how to market yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know how to market yourself, look up, go on YouTube, go to Google, them your best friends, you know what I'm saying? And they have, tons of videos and classes, you can learn some things. So I always just try to learn, be more innovative, stay open-minded, and then also be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be malleable where, we could be molded into a shape. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I still believe in artist development. Right. Because that's one of the things that's helped me get better. Some people, they kind of rush the journey a little bit, but I think if you take your time, put together a plan, right? Meet good, reputable people in the game who are good people, right? And not just try to get something out of them, right? But like try and build a relationship. Yeah. And see, a lot of people, they say networking and all that, right? But you gotta go out there and build a relationship. But once you build a relationship, right, and you got their contact, now you gotta nurture the relationship. You know what I'm saying? So things like that. Continue to work on your skills always. If you get up, we should never be lazy and be procrastinating. We should be getting to it. Like, that's just how I believe. Like, we gotta get to it 25-8. You know what I mean? Gotta get to the bag. You ain't gonna get to the bag if you ain't doing nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And people don't know what you're doing. Yeah. For sure. So you gotta let who's that shining person on the inside, that star. You gotta pull them out. Show them to the world.
Exactly. All right, so do you got any upcoming projects, anything that you're working on right now? Yeah,
I got Trillers of Gets, which is executive produced by multi-platinum award-winning Marcus Boyd Beats. Again, this is my, for everybody that's been listening to me, I thank them. Yeah. For all the music I put out. I was really experimenting with a lot of things, trying to find my pocket for a minute, but I feel like with this one, you really get a sense of who I am as a person on the microphone. I feel like just not even having the you know, the great production of Marcus Boyd, you know what I'm saying? That's just the added, you know, thing to it. But I think the highlight is that, you know, the depth of who I am as a person, that's the shining factor when I'm on the microphone on each song, you know, trying to tell a story. So that's what I'm really getting into my bag, you know, telling the people who I am. And, you know, people got to be on the lookout. I just dropped a single, Mic Check, you know, featuring my big homie John Jiggs. You know, so we got the video out now, and that, you know, I wanted to put out that one first because I felt like it kind of spoke to my core audience. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like they grew up, a lot of cats seeing me freestyling, rapping, you know, doing ciphers and all that. Yeah. I was like, let me get something for them. Yeah. You know what I mean? The next one we got a little banger coming up, but you know, we building up to it. So Trillers of Gets coming soon.
That's what's up. Yeah. So how can the people listen to your music?
They can listen to me on you know, pretty much all platforms. I'm available everywhere. You know, I got my music for sale, you know, iTunes, Google Play. People find me Apple Music, Tidal. I'm on everything. I got tons of videos online on YouTube. Just type in AJ Chaka, AJ-CHAKA, that's it. You gonna find it, you know. Watch that Mic Check video. John Jiggs, Marcus Boyd Beats, yeah.
Yes,
that
sir,
one.
Yes, sir. All right, man, we appreciate you for stopping by and being in this heat, you know.
Right.
Dropping that heat for us, letting us know how you got started and things like that. Thank you for checking in with Metro Bob.
Absolutely. Shout out.